part of the reason why you struggle with becoming more organized and with implementing more structure into your life and in your day to day is, first of all, it's not because you're lazy, okay? Let's just get that out of, let's let go of that narrative. It's not because you're lazy, right? So what Spirit is saying is the reason why you have this struggle is because you are looking to things outside of yourself to fill in the gap with, instead of realizing that you are being called to stand in the gap for yourself. And Spirit wants you to hear that God didn't call on anyone else to do it for you, okay? God didn't call on anyone else to fill in the gap for you. God called you. And God called on you to stand in the gap for yourself so that you can reconnect with your inner strength. God called on you to stand in the gap for yourself because you are the seed that new life will spring up from. And if you are always relying on other people or things to stand in the gap for you, then it will continue to appear to you that spring is never coming. Spirit wants to remind you that the same energy, the same power that created everything within this universe that you can see and cannot see, that same energy, that same power dwells within you. So when Spirit talks about standing in the gap for yourself, it's important for you to hear that standing in the gap for yourself is really just an act of remembering. It's an act of remembering that you are the very essence in life, the very essence in life, the very breath of God. Spirit wants you to be careful with how you interpret the gaps, the voids, and the emptiness that may be present for you right now, okay? Because it's these gaps and it's these voids that you fill within yourself that are serving as the fertile ground in which you are supposed to plant yourself as the seed. Every gap and void serves a purpose, okay? And the purpose is simply to help you realize that the things that you've kept yourself attached to in order to fill in the gaps are the very things that have kept you disconnected and living under the illusion that your power has been taken from you. But Spirit wants you to hear that your power cannot be taken from you. But oftentimes what happens is that when you look to things outside of yourself to stand in the gaps for you, that causes you to neglect your power, okay? This causes you to overlook the narratives that you've been clinging to, which have caused you to deny that you have power. So if you've been wondering why the voids are present, or why as of lately nothing that you do to fill them has been working or soothing you in the way that they once did, it's because God is waiting for you to accept that it's on you. It's because God is waiting for you to accept that you weren't sent into this life to suffer. You were sent into this life to unlearn, to undo, and to tear down the old foundation so that a new territory and way of being could be exposed through you. You have everything that you need to stand in the gap for yourself. And the moment that you realize nothing else can do it for you, the moment that you realize this image of yourself that you see in the mirror is not all there is to you, the moment that you give yourself permission to come back home to the essence of who you are, that is the moment when you will begin to realize that you are the greatest resource that you have available to you. I love you.